Shalom, friends. Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson from the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies, American Jewish University. I'm glad we can have a moment together. I'm speaking to you from my home. This is my study at home, so welcome to my home. And these are unprecedented times. We're all feeling a bit isolated. We all miss our synagogue communities and coming together for prayers, for meals. And I wanted to take advantage of the journal's invitation to reach out and to be with each other, to sit together, to learn and to feel together. And the way I wanted to do that was when I'm feeling stressed, I go to the book of Psalms, to Sefer Tehillim, and Jews throughout the ages have taken comfort from these remarkable poem songs. And of them all, surely pride of place is the 23rd Psalm, which we recite at funerals, we recite during services during the day, a very popular psalm. But I want us to look at it from the perspective of what we're doing now. Adonai roi lo echsar, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Now, surely lo echsar, I don't lack anything, doesn't mean that we're not going to be scared. It doesn't mean that there won't be challenges. It means that we rest in a confidence that we have what we need, and that those core gifts of attitude and spirit and love, that can't be taken from us. Things can be taken from us, challenges can be put in our way, but lo echsar, I really lack nothing. And interesting, the psalmist starts with that affirmation and then talks about this reality, Bino Tedesha Yarbitseni, God gives me repose in green meadows, Al Memnu Chot Yancheni Nafshi Yeshovev, God leads me beside still waters to revive my spirit. Could we take a moment to picture those green meadows and to breathe in the smells and the sounds of the green meadow? Could we picture ourselves lying beside a pool of still water? Think of the calm that just lets your body relax. Again, neither of these are places where we find food or wealth or shelter, but both places remind me, lo echsar, I don't lack anything. I can find calm, I can find stability when I'm in those places. And then the assurance, Yancheni b'magle tzedek leman shemo, that it's God's very nature to help invite us in the right way. And so if we can quiet the voice of our fears, if we can still our anxieties, and we're able to hear the still small voice of the Holy One, which is always calling us, then we can be sure that we will move in the right way. Indeed, the psalmist goes on to say, Gam ki elech begeit salmavet lo irara ki ata imadi, that even when I'm walking in what feels like the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no harm, for you are with me. And here our hearts go out to the people who are stricken with this illness, to the people who have passed away because of this and other illnesses, to those who are worried because of their own immunocompromises, that they may be particularly vulnerable. And we need to find ways to reach out and to connect to those loving souls, to be able to make sure that they know that they're not alone, and that even when they are in what either is or feels like the valley of the shadow, that not only is God with them, but God is with them through us. The psalm goes on famously, Shivtecha mishantecha hema yunachamuni, your staff and your rod, they comfort me. Ta'aroch lefanei shulchan neged sorarai, you prepare a banquet for me, you anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. And then here comes the ending, looping back to the beginning. Ach tov v'chesed yirdefuni kol yemei chayai. Surely goodness and loving kindness will follow me all the days of my life, will be my portion. Now what's interesting is that chesed and tov, good and love, these are relational terms. This isn't some absolute, I'm sitting on a pile of gold, because frankly, sitting on a bunch of gold coins right now, having a bunch of diamonds, nice though it is, it's not going to get you through this time. What's going to get you through is the goodness of the people you love, and you finding ways to use your own inner goodness to stay connected to them. And then chesed. Chesed is loving kindness. You can't do that by yourself, although we can show loving kindness to ourselves better than we might in our ordinary times. But loving kindness awakens when we have others to share it with and to shine it on. So if we have goodness and kindness, then we know V'shavti beveit Adonai la'orach yamim, that we will then be dwelling in God's house forever. So it's in the miracle of being able to connect, in the miracle of being able to relate, that's what allows us to feel God's house, to be in God's presence. My blessing to each of you is that you should know that you are indeed a receptacle of love, of chesed, and of tov, of goodness, and that should help awaken your heart past any fears, past any anxiety, to know that you indeed live in God's house and will dwell there forever. Shalom, friends. We are going to make it.